What the f was that?
What's up guys, Mr. Shadow here, and today we're doing a review of Death Note! So I started watching this show recently after reading a book actually, and the book was really confusing considering it didn't put much detail into what the characters looked like, and I had no clue what was going on half the time. For all those manga readers and anime watchers, I did not know what the characters looked like until I looked at the picture. And what I mean by the picture is the fact that there was literally only one picture in the entire book. It was not a manga. It was a literal authorized book. And the two characters that were in the picture that I saw was Kira and Misora. Down to the actual review. I like the anime much more than I like the book because, like I said before, the book doesn't give you enough information for you to want to like it. But the anime, I know who the characters are. I can see who the characters are because they tell you their names and they show you a picture. Now, I was considering this Death Note book to be a manga, but it turns out it wasn't. Well, it would be a different concept if I was introduced to the characters in a manga because I could see the characters, know what they look like, and know who they're talking to when they say a certain name. Now, the first character, I like to call him Beyond Birthday because that's what they call him in the book. So that's what I'm gonna call him. He's in the top right. He is the one with the Death Note. At first, he just starts out wanting to cure the world of evil, killing all bad guys, just writing their names in the book. So obviously his name's not really Beyond Birthday. His real name is Light, and his father is a detective. He lives in a house with his sister, his mother, and his father. He is an all-time star student. He's in the honor roll. He's a great studier. He got first on all of his star tests until he finds the Death Note. He was literally sitting in class. He was thinking of a criminal who he saw on the news who had a bunch of kids and teachers stuck inside the school threatening to kill each and every one of them. So as he's thinking about this criminal, the screen shifts the scene. It goes into a dark and brooding world where there's a bunch of creepy creatures and bones littered on the floor. One of the creatures has two special abilities. He is a Shinigami. He has Shinigami eyes, which means every person he looks at, he can see their name above their head and the remaining lifespan that they have. These Shinigami abilities, alongside the Death Note, there is a special rule among the Shinigami. Now keep in mind the Shinigami hate to live, but the only reason they do live is because they're scared to die. Now this special Shinigami, as I said before, has control of the Death Note. But one of the special rules about the Death Note is whoever he kills, he gains their remaining lifespan. Thing is though, with his Shinigami eyes, even if he looks at himself in the mirror, he does not know how many years left he has. So every time he kills somebody with that Death Note, it's a guessing game. So pretty much he sits there and he kills people, adding many years onto his lifespan without really knowing what he started with. Now back to the scene. This Shinigami is sitting above a portal, writing something in his Death Note when he suddenly throws the Death Note down the portal. Be aware that this portal is straight to Earth. Now, as Light is looking out the window, he sees a book fall from the sky and land in the grass. After class, he goes and he inspects the book. What's he find? He finds a book littered with names. And as soon as he touches that book, he's able to see the Shinigami. But the Shinigami hasn't showed himself quite yet. He inspects the contents inside the book, only to think that it's a prank. But he pockets the book anyway, to try it out just once. There was a certain feeling that the book gave him, making him think that maybe this wasn't a joke. The second character's name is L. He's down in the left side corner. As you can see, it seems like he hasn't slept at all in his entire life. Reason being, he is the best detective in the world, and he is on Light's case. This reason for his short name is because nobody's really ever known his real name, and they've never seen him in person. It's not because he's shy or that he never shows himself in public. It's just the fact that he believes in his own protection. If he's on a case and somebody knows what he looks like and he's the best detective in the world, then they're gonna want him dead. So it's best that if nobody knows what he looks like and nobody knows his real name, that way, when he's on a case, nobody can come after him. Later in the show, L is talking on live TV to Light, but nobody can hear his real voice, and nobody can see his face. There's an L covering the screen, and he's using a synthetic voice changer. This is bad for Light, because without seeing his face or knowing his real name, he cannot kill him with the Death Note. Sorry guys, but I'm gonna end that review there. I don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't started watching the video, and I'm kinda done recording this video. Thank you guys so much for this video. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like, and if you want to see more content from my channel, just go on down and subscribe. Peace. I'm gonna go watch Death Note. I wonder what you guys are doing. Probably not watching it. So you should go do that. Like right now.